Hello, my friends. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, July 4th, 2023. This is Jennifer. I'm actually coming to you guys on Monday just because this is a very busy week for us. My husband's procedure's on Thursday. He's off tomorrow. And we just have other stuff that we need to do. So I figured I'd come to you today and show you what I've actually been doing, because I have been doing some stuff. Right off the bat, we are sitting outside. This is my previously black bench. It's technically a glider, but I'll get to that in a second. In February, when we had the big storm that I referred to as tree apocalypse, we lost tree branches all over the backyard. We lost an entire elm tree right over on the side of the house. And one of the things that happened was a massive oak branch fell on this bench, and it cracked the back of it. It cracked the arm. It knocked off, this had cup holders on it. It knocked one of those off and split it into multiple pieces. We're never even found all the pieces. Our insurance wrote it off, and we just sort of left it sitting in the backyard. And then we took it apart, packed it up, and it went in the pod. I had planned to repair it the best I could when we got to New Hampshire, and then of course all of our stuff came back. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back a couple of videos and I will explain the whole thing. Anyway, so now that we are mostly unpacked again, I decided it was time to work on this as a project, because we've been trying to put the backyard back together, and I have been very slowly reclaiming our backyard because we neglected it for probably a month, and that was a very rainy time, so it was getting crazy out here. So last week I took all the broken parts off. We just let the cup holders go. They were trashed. One of them, like I said, was missing giant pieces. They were kind of useless anyway, unless you wanted to put like a soda can in them, and I'm more of a put a cup of coffee right here sort of person. So those are gone. I took off the broken pieces. I re-glued them. I clamped them. I sanded them. I put the whole bench back together. I tightened every screw and every bolt because they were all loose. And then I sanded the whole bench, and I went ahead and I painted it. I painted it to match my front and back door of my house, this green, beautiful green paint. I don't remember the name, but I'll put that in the description for you guys, or maybe just here in the video. It's a Valspar outdoor paint, and this has been the color of my front door for probably a decade now, and it's aged really well, so I felt like it would be great on this bench. It took me probably 4 solid hours and several sessions to paint the whole thing, paint the bench, paint the base. Unfortunately, when I went to put it back together yesterday, I realized that one of the bearings that makes it a glider, it has 4 metal glider bearings that are on each side. One of them had snapped off when it was being moved back and forth, and I didn't realize until I picked it up to reattach it, and it literally just fell off in my hand. So I did manage to find replacement parts, and so those are coming. They weren't super expensive, and hopefully by this time next week, this bench will be an actual glider again, because I love to sit out here and swing in the morning and have my coffee, and I haven't gotten to do it, honestly, since last year, because not since the storm, because the bench was so broken I wasn't using it. And in a wonderful turn of events, I am sewing again. It's taken a lot to get me going, just because I've had so much other stuff, it's been really hard to focus. And because my mid-arm, my quilt machine's not set up, what I really want to do is quilt stuff, and I really can't right now, and I have been kind of struggling with what to work on. And then the lovely Kat McGray posted on her Facebook page that she needed some pattern testers for a pattern that she designed. It's actually 2 patterns in one. This is her pattern. And these are, she calls them period purses, and they're for the nonprofit With Loving Kindness, which is in South Australia. They provide feminine hygiene products free to high school students and in community centers. And so she designed 2 little bags, and these are to hold your feminine hygiene products. And this is the zipper bag that I tested for her. Nice little cute little zipper bag, very simple. And this is the one with the buttons or the snaps, and I have 60 million of these plastic snaps from when I was doing snap tabs, which I haven't done in a couple years, and I'd sort of forgotten about it. And then I was digging through my supplies and I found these little snaps. I thought that was really cute. That worked out nicely, and I tried to use really fun fabric on these. My plan is to send these to Kat since I tested them, and that way she can have them for her nonprofit. Those came out great. It was the first time I had tested a pattern for someone else in a very long time, probably years. So it was nice to be able to do that. And I think I had one note on her pattern, and that was it. And like no mistakes at all. It was a beautiful pattern. That's what happens when an engineer writes a pattern. It was a fantastic, easy to follow pattern. So in an effort to kind of give myself something to do while I was not feeling super creative, I've been pulling paper off the back of blocks that I finished and things that I've done that I haven't used yet. So my own personal orphan blocks. And while I was doing that, I found a bag, a big bag, like a 2-gallon bag full of 2.5-inch squares that I have saved over the years. Some are from projects, some are from me just cutting up scraps and throwing them in there. I never really had a plan for them. I had sewn some together, but literally it was just pairs. There were no 9 patches or 4 patches or anything. It was just pairs sewn together. So I just started sewing and kept sewing. At first I thought I'd do 9 patches, and then eventually I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do 6 by 6. And so I ended up doing 6 by 6. I did 12 of these. They're all random. I did not plan anything. I didn't really look. I tried not to put the same 2 fabrics against each other, and that was the entirety of what I did. And this is years of fabrics and scraps and different patterns, and most of it was cut on my AccuQuilt. Some of it was cut by hand. Some of it was some of them were pre-cuts. Some of them my Aunt Amy sent me from a project that she worked on, that she just had leftover pieces on. So I have a lot of blue florals from her. I've got stuff left over from when we did the jelly roll swap, which I don't remember which year that was, but maybe 2018. Talk to Me Tuesday, when we did the jelly roll swap and we all sent each other 1.5-inch strips. I had some bits and pieces left over from that because I used that to make overall over, and I had some odds and ends from that. So I ended up with 12 of these. I am tentatively thinking that I might use these as the beginning of my sewing machine covers. I've had sewing machine covers on my list for a couple of years, and I want to make a cover for my Juki. It's probably last because its cover is kind of the best of the plasticky covers I have. My embroidery machine and my serger have like the super cheapy thin plasticky covers. I thought I'd lost my embroidery machine cover, but I did find it in a box of thread because apparently I put it in a box of thread. But anyway, I want to make those covers first, and then probably the Juki one will be last. Eventually, I would like to make one for my mid-arm. I usually just put a sheet over the whole frame and the mid-arm and everything. But I have a kitty, as you guys may remember, who is a thread eater, and I have to really protect my thread. I have to sweep really carefully after I sew or cut anything up. I have to cover all my machines. I have to cover all my thread. I have to make sure all my little tails are put away. I think putting an actual cover on my mid-arm would keep the ad from getting underneath that sheet and chewing on my thread. I've had to start taking the thread off my machines when I'm done, which I probably don't have to explain how annoying that is, but it's for his own safety because he will get up there and he will chew on that thread, and he will bite it off by the spool, and then he'll bite it off over by the tension knob, and then he'll run away with it. So I'm pretty sure that's what landed him in the kitty emergency hospital. Probably it's been like a month and a half, 2 months now. He's fine, by the way. We did get through that. He no bad side effects. It took a couple weeks for him to start mending, but he's okay now. Guys, that is going to be it for me. If you are celebrating Independence Day, please be careful. My neighbors have been blowing stuff up for the last few days, and I don't normally water per se, but because I'm very water conscious, and I don't like to waste water. But I will say the last day or two I've been coming out and watering my yard and spraying my house a little bit before bedtime because all the neighbors have been shooting off fireworks, and I live in the suburbs. It's not technically legal. People do it anyway. So anyway, keep your fingers and toes, be safe. Love to see your video. I hope you have a very happy week and a very crafty week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.